Let's take a look at some of our basic bash commands. That's our command line stuff. Okay. So we're talking about these in class and doing live coding also, but I thought I would like to have a video for you to reference. First one is pwd. That's print the working directory. And all it does is show you a file path from the very beginning of your computer file system to where you are now. So this is like an address, all right? This first little backslash means the root of your computer. So that's the very beginning of your file system. Every other file, every folder, everything is found inside that directory there. Doink. I can't even highlight it. Okay. So that's your root. Then within the root was a directory called home, and we went into that one. And then inside the home directory was one called gzon, and we went into that one. Inside there was something called desktop. We went into that. And then inside of desktop was something called git repositories. And then inside of that one on my computer is something called data course, and that's where we are right now. So this is kind of like, just think of it as like a little backwards. How would you go all the way back to the beginning of your computer file system? Well, we'd have to go back from data course into git repositories, and then into desktop, then gzon, then home, and then back one more, and we'd be at the root. Okay, so that's pwd. Now cd is change directory. Okay, if I want to go back one from data course into git repositories, I say dot dot. Dot dot just means parent directory, the previous folder that we came from. cd dot dot. Alright, you can actually see up here at the top of my screen, gets hidden when I move my mouse there, it shows us that we're in this little tilde desktop git repositories. That's just a shorthand way of saying home. Alright, so we're in desktop git repositories. If I say pwd at this point, look at that. We've gone back one. We are now in git repositories. If I want to see what's in here, I say ls for list. Alright, these are all the folders and one file found inside of git repositories. If I want to see this a bit more clearly, I can say ls space L, not one. So that's list, and then I've said I'm going to give you a parameter list. I want you to list things long, in a lengthy way. Okay, so here we have it. They're listed one per line, and we've got a bunch of other information about these, including the size, when it was last modified, the owner, all that good stuff. Alright, I want to get back into data course, this one right there, because that's where we're going to be doing a lot of our work this semester. So I say cd, change directory, data, course, pwd, print working directory. There we are, we're in data course. So now I want to know what's in there. ls l. So here's all the stuff. Okay, got a bunch of files. I probably need to clean this up. We've got exams. You probably won't see those until it's time. Student repos, readings, code examples, data. Let's go see what data we've got. So I just say what? cd, change directory, data. I can type that because I'm in this folder. It sees data and it goes there. Okay, ls l once I'm in there. So here's a bunch of data. Okay, now if I go back 2 spaces, where would I wind up? Not 2 spaces, but 2 directories. If I said cd, go up one and then up another, where am I going to be? Well, let's see, pwd. I'm in data now. One up is data course. One more is Git repository. So cd back 1, back 2, lsl. Okay, so I'm back in Git repositories. cd data, no such file or directory. How come? Well, I look around with lsl like that, and these are the places I can go. Okay, I said change directory to data, and it said no, doesn't exist. Okay, but I know that there is something called data. There's a folder called data inside of data course. So watch this neat little trick. cd data, I'm gonna hit tab, the tab button. It's gonna autocomplete because it was able to say, oh, I know what you're typing, there's nothing else that starts with data. All right, and then I can type in data right there. So cd, I want you to go into the data course door, and then from there I want you to go into the data door. So if I hit enter on that, ls-l, look around, there I am right back in data. Okay. So from here I could go into data shell. I'm just going to type in dat and hit tab. Oh, it could figure it out for me. That keeps me from misspelling stuff. Look around. We've got some more scripts in here. More data files. We've got more directories. I'm going to look inside of creatures. cd create tab, creatures, enter. lsl, look around. There are two files, basilisk.dat and unicorn.dat. Let's get a glimpse of where I am. pwd. So I'm in root, home, gzone, desktop, git repositories, data course, data, data shell, creatures. That's the address, the directions to get to where I am right now. So, basilisk. How do I look inside? The command for that is cat. You can remember this because cats puke all the time, coughing up hairballs. The cat command, tab, the cat command just pukes up the contents of any file onto the screen. That's all it does. It's really good at doing one simple thing. So I cat basilisk.dat, hit enter. Holy crap. Okay. There's my command line that I typed, and then it really quickly just spit out all the contents of that. Alright, so if I were to go look at that, data shell, creatures, basilisk.dat, open, sure enough, it's just a text file. It's got 3 lines and then a bunch of DNA, short DNA sequences. That's it. Okay. So we puked up the contents onto here. LSL. Alright, I want to see the contents of unicorn. Cat unit tab, unicorn.dat. Huh, same thing. Okay. Looks like in both of these files we've got a line that says classification, and then it gives us a Latin name for these two fake animals. Okay. So what if I just wanted the first 3 lines of each of these files? I'm not interested in all the DNA just right now. LSL, so I've got my 2 files here. Regular ls, it just shows them right next to each other. If I want to go to commands I've previously done, I just hit the up arrow. Up and down kind of moves through your history. So LSL, there we are. I can say head. This is different than cat in that it just gives us the first n lines of something. So head basilisk.dat, it's going to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lines by default. If I just want the first 3, I can hit up to get that right back. Go over here and just do a -3. So this is really similar to our ls space -l. Here we're just giving head another parameter. I want the first 3 lines of basilisk.dat. Boom, and there they are. Okay. How do I do that for unicorn? Head -3 unicorn, hit tab to autocomplete, unicorn.dat, there's the top 3. Okay, so we've learned PWD, we've learned CD, we've learned cat, it's waiting for something, and we've learned head, and it's waiting for something also. I can hit Control C to stop any of that. Right. So those are pretty simple. Let's learn real quickly about wildcards. Okay, because we're going to try something with head here. If I say head 3 BAS star, that star basically means match 0 to infinity of anything. Alright, so it's going to look for any files that start with BAS and then either end there or go on for whatever, like ilisk.dat. Okay, head 3 BAS star doesn't have it. Oh, this is good. I made a mistake here. I typed in CD and hit enter. Now it can't find anything called BAS, which seems confusing because there it is. When I get stuck, when something like that happens, I say PWD. Where am I? Oh! I'm in home GZON. That's because I typed in CD and hit enter. Right there. That takes you home by default. If you don't tell it where to go, it sends you home, and that's my home directory. So I need to go all the way back. Okay. So here I am, PWD. Let's try this again. Head 3 BAS star. There it is. So that worked. What if I wanted to do these first 3 lines for both of these files at the same time? What do they have in common with their file names? They both end in .dat. So I could say head 3 star.dat. So that matches anything at the beginning of the file name, as long as the file name ends with .dat. And there they are. Gives me all the information for both those files at once. Alright, quick quiz. How do I go back to my main data folder from here? From right there, how do I go back? Oh, I gotta go up 1, up 2, cd //. ls.l, look around. Okay. So we got back to our main data. So we've done cd, pwd, ls, cat, head. There's another one, tail. Okay. So let's try that with mushrooms.txt. Tail, mushroom. I hit tab and it didn't complete it for me. Not all the way. That's because there's a lot of files in here, 4 of them that start with mushroom, all underscore. So if I say mushrooms dot, there. Now I can figure it out. Mushrooms.txt. Alright, that just gives me the last 10 rows of that file. Head mushrooms.txt. There's the top rows. Tail mushroom.txt. There's the bottom ones. Alright, stay tuned for part 2.